What's going on, everyone? Mike Kadlick and Tayler Kyles here for CLNS Media as the Patriots just wrapped up day one of their 2024 training camp. We are powered by Game Time. Head over to Game Time and use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. So, Drake Maye, the star, the one, the chosen one, number 3 overall pick, all that stuff. He comes out here day one, looks pretty good, notably taking reps behind Jacoby Brissett as the number 2 quarterback. Overall, what did you think of Drake Maye's performance on day one?
I'm not gonna lie, there were some misses for sure, especially on some of the deeper passes. He did have a few overthrows, especially in drills. Now in drills, interestingly, he was actually behind Bailey Zappi, which is a signal for anybody who's coming to training camps. Don't read too much into position drills and everything that goes on early on. But then once team drills got started, like you mentioned, Drake Maye was QB2. Now with team drills, I liked more of what I saw. He took what the defense gave him, started off with a lot of underneath throws that were also accurate, but then finally opened things up with a deep pass to Jalen Rager down the sideline, an absolute bomb, which to Jalen Rager's credit, he caught with one hand and then ran into the end zone.
Nasty.
Easily the best play of practice.
For sure.
And that was what you want to see from Drake Maye. You want to see the arm talent on top of obviously the consistency underneath. He also had another deep attempt to Jalen Polk. Looked like it might have been a little bit in front of Jalen Polk, but it was catchable, and I think it went through Polk's hands. Kind of tough to see from where I was. But overall, especially in a competitive environment, I did like what I saw from Drake Maye, especially because there weren't any turnovers or any plays that really made you go like, yikes.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, again, it's day one, no pads, they're slow. It was an hour and a half practice. There wasn't any, frankly, there's not too much to glean from this, but overall, I think he looked solid. There were a few misses. I noticed a couple throws in the dirt. But again, it's going to be linear. This growth isn't going to go, he's not going to go from the bottom to the top right away. There's going to be checks and balances, ups and downs, things like that. But overall, not a bad day for Maye. One of the things that I want to talk about, too, with Drake Maye, and it's going to be one of the, many factors that go into when the Patriots end up starting him, is the protection in front of him. Some shuffles along the offensive line today. Calvin Anderson starts the day at right tackle. Chukwuekorofo stays on the left side. Mike Onwenu at right guard. Sidi So at left guard. David Andrews obviously in the middle. What did you make of Calvin Anderson getting the first reps at right tackle, and where do you see that going in the future?
I mean, I would have liked to still see Caden Wallace, obviously the young guy we hyped up. Oh, he's going to get to play where he played in college, and he's going to get some live NFL reps. But I also understand wanting Calvin Anderson to get in the mix, a guy who does have starting experience in the NFL, really good athlete, really smart player as well. Obviously, just last season was so tough with the sickness and everything, we didn't really get to see how he was at his best. So I don't hate it, especially because there haven't been any padded practices or anything. So it's not like, hopefully, I don't think Caden Wallace is doing anything that's so bad, they're like, we can't put this guy out there. Right. There's very little to go on right now. But having a competition at that spot, you'd like to have as many veterans on the field as possible, which is why early on, when we saw Nick Leverett at guard and then Mike Onwenu at tackle, I was like, okay, yeah, it makes sense. You want the old guys out there. We did see Caden Wallace mixing in next to Mike Onwenu, so I do think it is still a competition, but it definitely was Calvin Anderson with the edge there, so that'll be a position to monitor on the right tackle side.
Yep, we'll see what happens. Things are going fast here at Patriots training camp. Day one complete. We'll be here for the rest of it, so make sure you subscribe on YouTube at Patriots Press Pass and check out all of our written coverage at CLNSmedia.com.
Make sure to subscribe to Patriots Press Pass for all your Patriots news and updates on YouTube, and for all our written work, make sure you check out CLNSmedia.com.